The Soul's Point of Attraction, by David Rousseau. Introduction. The whisper of the soul. There is a quiet part of you that already knows. Beneath the chatter of your mind, beneath the schedules, worries, and endless to-do lists, there exists a subtle presence, a gentle pulse that guides you toward what truly matters. Some call it intuition, others call it instinct. I call it the whisper of the soul. This whisper is more than a fleeting thought or a passing feeling. It is the soul's way of pointing you toward experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your deepest essence. It nudges you toward joy, love, purpose, and growth, often long before your conscious mind can make sense of it. Every choice you make, every path you follow, is influenced by this invisible pull. The people who enter your life, the passions that ignite your spirit, the events that feel meant to be, they are all part of a magnetic pattern your soul weaves, a pattern that is uniquely yours. Some threads are delicate and fleeting, others are bold and life-changing, yet all are connected by the same force, the soul's point of attraction. This audiobook is an invitation to explore that magnetic field. Together, we will uncover how your soul draws what it needs, what it desires, and sometimes what it fears. We will explore the mysterious pull toward soulmates, the unfolding of purpose, the serendipity of side quests, and the synchronicities that quietly shape your journey. Most importantly, we will learn how to listen not just with your mind, but with your entire being so that your life aligns with the truth of who you are. The journey begins with understanding your soul's compass, recognizing the signals that guide you, and learning to distinguish fleeting desires from enduring instincts. It is a journey of trust, of faith in the unseen, and of courage to follow the invisible thread that leads to a life rich with meaning, connection, and wonder. Your soul is always in motion, and when you listen, truly listen, you'll discover that life itself becomes a dance, a magnetic, purposeful dance guided by the quiet, yet unwavering pull of your own soul. Chapter 1. The Soul's Compass. Every soul carries within it an innate guidance system, a compass that quietly points toward the life it is meant to live. This compass doesn't rely on logic, rules, or what others expect of you. Instead, it speaks in whispers, in feelings, in subtle nudges that often go unnoticed until we learn to listen. Intuition is the language of this inner compass. It shows up as a sudden knowing, a gut feeling, a quiet certainty that one path is right and another is not. Unlike fleeting desires, which can be impulsive or born of fear, the soul's guidance is steady, consistent, and deeply aligned with your truest self. It may gently steer you toward a new opportunity, a person, or calling, but it never pushes. It invites. Learning to differentiate between the voice of the soul and the chatter of the mind is the first step in understanding attraction. The mind reacts, the soul responds. The mind seeks to control, the soul simply draws. The mind is often noisy, concerned with shoulds and fears. The soul, however, is quiet, clear, and magnetic. It knows the experiences you need to grow, the people who mirror your truth, and the opportunities that expand your life in unexpected ways. Sometimes the compass points toward comfort, sometimes toward challenge. Both are necessary. The soul doesn't always choose the easy path, but it always points toward what will ultimately serve your growth and fulfillment. When you follow it, life begins to feel lighter, more purposeful. You start noticing patterns, coincidences, and moments that feel meant to be, as though unseen threads are guiding your steps. These are not accidents, they are signals from your soul, guiding you toward alignment. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize these signals, how to trust the quiet nudges that arise within, and how to distinguish soul instincts from passing whims. As you attune to your soul's compass, you begin to navigate life with a sense of flow and ease, no longer reliant solely on logic or external validation. You start to move not just through life, but with life, guided by the invisible force that knows the path before your mind does. The journey of understanding your soul's compass is a practice of listening, patience, and trust. The more you honor this inner guide, the more your life aligns with experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with your deepest essence. In this alignment, you discover that life itself becomes an expression of your soul's unique purpose, a purpose quietly waiting to be followed. Chapter 2. Soulmates, Mirrors and Magnets. Soulmates are often spoken of in whispers and dreams, yet their presence in our lives is undeniable. They are not always romantic. They can appear as friends, mentors, or even fleeting encounters that leave a lasting mark. What makes someone a soulmate is not simply who they are, but how they reflect, challenge, and resonate with the deepest parts of your soul. The soul recognizes its counterparts long before the mind can name them. There is a pull, subtle yet undeniable, toward those who mirror your essence, who amplify your strengths, and who reveal the lessons you have yet to learn. Some connections are gentle and enduring, flowing with ease and familiarity. Others are intense, fiery, and transformative, shaking the foundations of who you thought you were. Both serve the same purpose: to awaken your soul to greater understanding, love, and alignment. Soulmates come in many forms. Romantic soulmates often spark passion and intimacy, revealing parts of yourself you may have hidden even from your own awareness. Platonic soulmates offer deep friendship, trust, and companionship, creating bonds that feel timeless. Karmic soulmates challenge and confront, reflecting patterns, fears, and unresolved wounds so that you may learn, heal, and grow. Each type, whether brief or lifelong, carries a magnetic signature and energy that naturally draws you together. It is important to recognize that intensity does not always equal permanence. Some soulmates are meant to stay for a lifetime. Others are meant to pass through briefly, leaving a profound impression before moving on. The soul knows this, even if the heart struggles to accept it. Every encounter, no matter how fleeting, contributes to your growth and your understanding of love, connection, and your own inner world. The magnetism of soulmates is a reflection of your own vibration. You attract what resonates with the frequency of your soul. As you grow, heal, and align with your purpose, the nature of your soulmate connection shifts, bringing people and experiences into your life that mirror the evolution of your being. Recognizing these connections is not about clinging or controlling, but about observing, honoring, and learning from the energies that naturally flow toward you. In this chapter, we will explore how to identify soul-level resonance, understand the lessons inherent in each connection, and navigate the interplay between attraction, timing, and personal growth. By attuning to these magnetic relationships, you begin to see that soulmates are not just companions on your journey. They are mirrors, teachers, and guides, reflecting back the essence of who you truly are. Chapter 3. The Magnetic Law of Purpose. Purpose is not something we chase. It is something that quietly calls to us, a magnetic pull from the soul that draws us toward experiences, people, and opportunities aligned with our deepest essence. Unlike external goals, which can be influenced by expectation or obligation, the soul's purpose vibrates with a subtle certainty and knowing that resonates within, often before the mind can fully understand it. The magnetic law of purpose works in quiet, consistent ways. When you are attuned to your soul's guidance, doors begin to open that once seemed closed. Encounters occur that feel meant to be. Opportunities arise, sometimes in the most unexpected forms, nudging you along a path that is uniquely yours. These attractions are rarely random. They are the soul's way of orchestrating your growth and fulfillment. Recognizing the signs of your unfolding purpose requires presence and attention. A lingering curiosity, a persistent idea, or a recurring encounter may all be signals from the soul. Sometimes the pull is gentle, a whisper guiding you toward a new project or passion. Other times it is insistent, urging you to leave what no longer serves your growth and step into what resonates with your truth. Trusting these signals is essential, because the mind often questions, doubts, or resists what it cannot immediately explain. Daily choices are the most tangible expressions of your alignment with purpose. How you spend your time, who you surround yourself with, and the energy you bring to each moment, all either support or divert from the path your soul intends. Even seemingly small decisions carry weight, because they create ripples that attract experiences in accordance with the energy you project. Purpose is not only found in grand achievements, it is lived through consistent, conscious alignment with the soul's pull. The magnetic law of purpose also teaches patience and trust. Your soul knows the right timing, often long before your mind does. Opportunities may appear slowly, or in ways that surprise you, Yet when you cultivate awareness and follow the subtle guidance of your inner compass, you begin to notice that life unfolds with a rhythm that feels harmonious rather than forced. In this chapter, we will explore how to discern your soul's purpose, recognize the signs that guide you, and align your daily life with the magnetic pull of your deepest calling. By embracing this invisible law, you step into a flow where growth, fulfillment, and meaningful experiences are not just possible, they are inevitable. Purpose is not something you chase. It is the energy you attract when you live in resonance with your soul. Chapter 4. Soul Side Quests. Not every journey follows a straight line. Alongside the main path of your soul's purpose, there are detours, adventures, and side quest experiences that may seem unrelated, trivial, or even distracting at first, yet carry profound lessons and gifts. These are the soul's way of expanding your perspective, deepening your understanding, and enriching your journey with unexpected wisdom. Side quests often appear as spontaneous opportunities, unusual encounters, or challenges that push you beyond comfort. They may be a new hobby that awakens creativity, a chance meeting with a stranger who leaves a lasting impression, or a moment of discomfort that forces reflection and growth. Though they may not appear on your main map, these experiences are magnetic in nature. The soul draws them toward you because they serve your evolution, even in subtle ways. The beauty of side quests is in the lessons hidden within them. They teach resilience, patience, and adaptability. They illuminate patterns, reveal hidden talents, and often guide you toward aspects of yourself you might have overlooked. In retrospect, many of these detours turn out to have been essential chapters in the story of your growth, preparing you for the main path of your purpose with deeper awareness and readiness. Recognizing a side quest requires openness. The mind often judges such experiences as distractions, interruptions, or even failures. The soul, however, sees the value in every encounter, every twist and turn. By tuning into your intuition and observing the subtle signs of resonance, you can distinguish true side quests from mere diversions. The difference lies in the sense of attraction, curiosity, and alignment that quietly accompanies the experience, signaling that it serves the expansion of your soul. Engaging fully with these soul side quests does not take you away from your purpose. It enriches it. Each experience adds depth, perspective, and clarity to your main path. You begin to see that the journey is not only about reaching a destination, but also about embracing the full spectrum of experiences the soul draws into your life. Adventure, growth, and discovery often reside in these unexpected moments, gifts that awaken joy, insight, and a deeper connection to the flow of life. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize the magnetic call of soul side quests, how to engage with them consciously, and how to integrate the lessons they offer into the larger journey of your purpose. When you allow yourself to be guided by both the main path and the side adventures, life becomes a rich tapestry of experiences, each thread drawn by the subtle, irresistible pull of your soul. Chapter 5. The Art of Synchronicity. Life is filled with moments that feel like more than coincidence. A chance encounter that changes your perspective. A conversation that delivers exactly the insight you needed. A series of events that align so perfectly it feels as if the universe itself is guiding you. These are not random accidents, they are synchronicities, subtle signals that the soul is orchestrating experiences in harmony with your path. Synchronicity is the language of the soul, a way in which the invisible forces of life speak through timing, events, and people. It often appears as a gentle nudge, a pattern that repeats, or an unexpected alignment that seems too perfect to be mere chance. When you begin to notice these moments, you realize that life is not a series of unrelated events, but a web of connections, all subtly designed to guide, teach, and awaken you. The first step in recognizing synchronicity is awareness. The mind tends to dismiss coincidences as random, or rationalize them away. The soul, however, speaks in patterns, symbols, and resonance. By cultivating presence and observation, you start to notice when events align in meaningful ways. A recurring number, a timely conversation, or a meeting that seems meant to be can all be signs that the soul is guiding you, pointing you toward alignment and growth. Synchronicities often carry lessons or opportunities They may confirm that you are on the right path, alert you to a choice that requires attention, or introduce people who will influence your journey. Sometimes, they appear as gentle confirmations, other times, as undeniable signals that demand action. Learning to trust these subtle cues is part of developing faith in the soul's guidance and the magnetic law that draws experiences into your life. The art of synchronicity is also about participation. It is not enough to simply notice these moments. You must engage with them. Responding to synchronicity with openness and curiosity amplifies the soul's magnetic flow. Each conscious engagement creates ripples that attract further alignment, deepening your connection to the invisible currents that guide your life. In this chapter, we will explore how to cultivate awareness of synchronistic moments, how to interpret the messages they carry, and how to respond in ways that support your growth and purpose. By learning the art of synchronicity, you begin to see life as a living tapestry, one in which every thread, every encounter, and every event is drawn together by the quiet but undeniable pull of your soul. Chapter 6. The Mirror Effect. The experiences and people we attract into our lives are rarely random. Often, they reflect our own inner world, our beliefs, emotions, and unresolved patterns. This is the mirror effect, the soul's way of showing us what we carry within. Using the external world as a reflection, what appears outside is often a teacher, a guide, or a signal of what needs attention within. When you notice repeated challenges, conflicts, or patterns, it is rarely a punishment. Instead, it is a reflection of inner states that seek recognition, understanding, and transformation. The mirror effect allows the soul to gently, or sometimes insistently, draw your attention to aspects of yourself that are ready for growth. Every relationship, every situation, every friction point holds a lesson, if you are willing to see it. Mirrors can be subtle or striking. A friend who seems unusually critical might reflect your own self-judgment. A recurring challenge at work may mirror fears or limiting beliefs you have yet to release. Romantic entanglements often bring unresolved wounds to the surface. Even joyful experiences reflect alignment with your inner truth. By observing these patterns without judgment, you gain insight into what your soul is calling you to acknowledge and heal. Self-awareness is the key to transforming mirrored experiences into opportunities for growth. The more consciously you recognize the reflection, the more you can choose a different response, shift your energy, or release what no longer serves you. By doing so, you change the vibration you emit, and in turn, what the soul attracts into your life begins to shift as well. This is not about controlling the external world. It is about mastering the inner landscape, so that your outer experiences naturally align with your highest self. The mirror effect also teaches compassion and acceptance. As you recognize that every challenge, every person, and every situation reflects part of your own journey, resentment and blame dissolve. You begin to see life as a co-creative process, in which the soul draws what you need to learn, heal, and expand. Each reflection becomes a stepping stone, guiding you closer to alignment, clarity, and the essence of who you truly are. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize the mirrors in your life, how to interpret their messages, and how to use this awareness to shift what your soul draws. By understanding the mirror effect, you gain a powerful tool for transformation, one that allows you to consciously attract experiences that reflect growth, alignment, and the highest expression of your soul. Chapter 7. The Language of Love and Connection. Love is more than an emotion. It is a language the soul uses to communicate, to recognize resonance, and to form bonds that support growth and alignment. Connection extends far beyond romance. It includes friendships, family, manners, and even brief encounters with strangers who leave a lasting impression. Each of these relationships carries an energy that mirrors your inner state and amplifies your soul's vibration. At a soul level, attraction is about resonance. When your energy aligns with another's, there is a natural draw, a sense of ease, understanding, and familiarity. These connections often feel magnetic, as though the universe has guided you to the right people at the right time. They are not always effortless. Some require patience, compassion, and courage, but the sense of recognition, of being truly seen, is unmistakable. Not every connection is meant to last forever. Some soul-level relationships appear briefly, to teach a lesson, catalyze change, or illuminate a hidden part of yourself. Others stay with you for life, supporting and nurturing your growth. The key is to recognize the purpose behind each bond, rather than cling to expectations. When you understand the language of connection, you learn to honor each person as a mirror, teacher, or companion in your journey, without attachment to outcomes. Energy compatibility is central to the soul's connections. Some people naturally enhance your vibration, lifting you toward clarity, joy, and expansion. Others challenge you, reflecting patterns or fears that require attention and growth. Both forms are essential, for the soul learns, not only from comfort and alignment, but also through friction and reflection. By tuning into these energies, you begin to discern who nourishes your soul and who provides lessons necessary for evolution. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize soul-level resonance, how to cultivate connections that support your highest self, and how to navigate relationships with awareness, compassion, and presence. By learning the language of love and connection, you discover that attraction is never random. It is the soul drawing exactly what it needs to thrive, evolve, and express its fullest potential. Chapter 8. The Call of Passion. Passion is the soul speaking in color, movement, and energy. It is the magnetic pull toward activities, pursuits, and creative expressions that make your heart come alive. Unlike fleeting hobbies or casual interests, passion carries a resonance that feels essential, as though the soul itself is guiding you toward a deeper, more joyful way of being. The call of passion often begins as curiosity, a spark of intrigue, a gentle nudge, a subtle fascination with something outside the ordinary. At first, it may seem minor, even frivolous. Yet when you follow it, you discover that these sparks are no accident. They are drawn to you by your own soul, signaling a path of self-expression, growth, and fulfillment. Passion points toward what nourishes your inner world and aligns with your truest self. Creative pursuits are perhaps the most obvious expression of this call. Painting, writing, music, or movement may draw you effortlessly, revealing talents and joys that were quietly waiting. But passion is not limited to the arts. It can appear in work, relationships, teaching, healing, or any activity that awakens your sense of purpose. The key is resonance. When you feel alive, engaged, and fully present, you know you are following the soul's magnetic pull. Responding to passion requires courage. It often demands stepping beyond comfort zones, risking failure, or facing judgment from others. Yet these challenges are part of the growth process. By answering the call, you align your actions with the soul's energy, allowing curiosity to transform into meaningful and purposeful expression. Every step taken in response to passion attracts opportunities, connections, and experiences that deepen your journey. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize the magnetic pull of your passions, how to cultivate them consciously, and how to transform curiosity into sustained action. By following the call of passion, you allow your soul to shine through your life, bringing joy, creativity, and vitality into every moment. Passion is more than a feeling, it is a signal, a compass, and a key that opens doors to the fullest expression of who you are. Chapter 9. Healing and the Soul's Pull. The soul is not only drawn toward joy, love, and purpose, it is also drawn toward healing. Life often presents experiences that challenge, test, or even wound us. These are not punishments, but invitations, opportunities for the soul to release old pain, rewrite patterns, and restore harmony. The magnetic pull of healing is subtle, yet persistent, guiding you toward experiences and people that catalyze growth and transformation. Healing begins with awareness. Often, we resist pain, avoid discomfort, or push against what feels difficult. Yet the soul's guidance shows that the challenges we encounter are reflections of what requires attention within. Past traumas, limiting beliefs, and unresolved emotions often manifest as recurring patterns in relationships, careers, or personal habits. By observing these reflections without judgment, you open a door to understanding, compassion, and self-renewal. The soul draws experiences that allow for karmic release, forgiveness, and restoration. These experiences may appear as conflicts, endings, or unexpected obstacles, but they also offer profound lessons. When approached consciously, they provide the tools to break cycles, release attachments, and transform old wounds into wisdom. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone toward greater alignment and wholeness. Healing is also a practice of conscious attraction. The more you cultivate self-awareness, self-compassion, and forgiveness, the more your soul draws circumstances and relationships that support restoration rather than perpetuate suffering. By trusting the process, you begin to recognize that even painful experiences serve a greater purpose. They are magnetic signals directing you toward growth, clarity, and freedom. In this chapter, we will explore how the soul attracts healing opportunities, how to work with karmic and emotional patterns, and how to consciously align with experiences that support inner transformation. By honoring the pull of the soul toward healing, you move beyond resistance and step fully into a life where growth, restoration, and alignment are not only possible, they are inevitable. The soul's pull toward healing is a quiet, persistent force, always guiding you toward the light of wholeness. Chapter 10. Trusting the Invisible Thread. There is an invisible thread that weaves through every experience, every encounter, and every choice in your life. This thread is the quiet guidance of your soul, the magnetic current that connects your intentions, your actions, and the unfolding of your path. Trusting it requires surrender, faith, and the willingness to follow when the way forward is not immediately clear. The invisible thread is subtle. It does not shout or demand. Instead, it nudges, aligns, and reveals itself in small, meaningful ways: a chance meeting, a moment of clarity, a feeling of knowing that cannot be explained. The more attuned you become to your inner guidance, the more you notice these signs, and the more effortless the journey feels. Life begins to flow in a rhythm that is synchronized with your soul's purpose. Letting go of control is central to trusting this thread. The mind naturally seeks certainty, plans every detail, and resists uncertainty. The soul, however, operates on a different level. It knows that the path is rarely linear, and that timing, relationships, and experiences unfold according to a wisdom beyond what can be measured. Surrendering to this guidance does not mean passivity. It means moving with awareness, responding to opportunities, and acting in alignment with the signals the soul provides. Trusting the invisible thread also deepens your connection to intuition. Every decision, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to practice discernment, to follow the subtle pull of your inner knowing rather than external pressures or fear. As you act in harmony with this thread, synchronicities multiply, challenges become lessons, and life reveals itself as a purposeful, interconnected journey. In this chapter, we will explore practical ways to strengthen your trust in the invisible thread, develop faith in your soul's guidance, and navigate life with ease and presence. By embracing this trust, you allow your soul to lead, transforming uncertainty into confidence, and the unknown into a tapestry of experiences drawn precisely to your growth, alignment, and fulfillment. The invisible thread is always there, quiet, steady, and unwavering, inviting you to walk the path of your highest self with courage, faith, and grace. Conclusion: the dance of attraction. Life is not a series of random events, it is a dance between choice and destiny, intuition and action, seeking and receiving. The soul moves through this dance with quiet certainty, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities into your life that resonate with your deepest essence. When you learn to recognize and follow this rhythm, life becomes a magnetic, purposeful journey, full of meaning, connection, and synchronicity. The dance of attraction begins with awareness. When you notice the subtle pull of your soul, its whispers, nudges, and signals, you begin to act in alignment with your own truth. You see patterns that once went unnoticed, and you recognize the signs that guide you toward growth, joy, and fulfillment. Every relationship, challenge, and opportunity becomes part of the choreography, each step designed to lead you closer to your highest self. This dance is not about control or perfection. It is about trust, trusting that the invisible thread of your soul guides you, even when the path is uncertain, trusting that challenges are lessons in disguise, and that detours and side quests carry hidden wisdom, trusting that your passions, your connections, and your deepest desires are magnetic signals pointing you toward alignment. When you embrace this dance fully, life flows with a sense of ease and grace. You move in harmony with your soul's compass, following intuition, honoring synchronicities, and engaging fully with the experiences drawn to you. Each moment becomes an opportunity to align more deeply with your purpose, to learn, to grow, and to love more expansively. The dance of attraction reminds us that life is co-created. We are both participants and observers, choosing our steps while being guided by the magnetic force of the soul. The more you honor this guidance, the more effortlessly your path unfolds, revealing the beauty, meaning, and connection inherent in every encounter. Life, in its truest form, is a dance of attraction, alignment, and the unfolding of the soul's highest expression.